Hey, A-OK, Ace on Knives. My name is Rich. Today I got a surprise. I did a video that was about Walmart knives. Now, they had these chopper knives, these machetes, I call them. And somebody actually said cold steel. They're not cold steel. I don't know if they're cold steel or not, but I tell you what, they put it on the blade, cold steel. So the packaging, the blade says cold steel. So it's cold steel to me, even though it doesn't matter. I don't want to insult anybody with their their cold steel love. I know how people they get pretty serious about their knife brands. And the cold steel guys, don't mess with those guys. They're cold steel guys. Cold steel's big brawny knife guys. I get it. Just like the knives. They're big and brawny. Just like these knives. I got two of them. One with the gray handle and the other had the red handle. So I said to myself, I wonder if this is a full tang knife. I wonder if it's got a decent piece of metal going down the grip that I can work with. Maybe I don't like these rubber grips. Maybe I want to customize my knife so that it is mine. Hey, I made that knife. I didn't make the blade or whatever. Made the grips on it. Maybe regrinded it. Maybe make it look cooler. And I can say, I did that. So, I took one of these. This is a bad boy right here. This is a knife. This is an automatic knife. All right. That sucker. Boom. We've got something to work with. We have got metal. A decent bit of metal going down that spine of that grip. Now, I mentioned there was a hole in the grip that might have been for a pin. There isn't. There's no pin. There's no need for a pin. Now, I'm going to try to mess with this real quick on video without cutting myself, which I normally do when oh, look at that. So now the grip's off. I got something to work with. I'm a woodworker, and I say that lightly. I work with wood. I'm not one of those guys that makes little fancy cabinets and trinkets, and boy, those things are beautiful with dovetail and all that. I'm not that guy. I'm a rustic guy. I'm from Indiana. I work with barnwood. I like rustic. I like something that has been weathered for 100 years or more, and I turn it into neat stuff. Typically, my main thing, lighting. I'm a lighting guy. I make lights, chandeliers, all kinds of lights. I've been doing it now for 8 years, primarily on Etsy and Amazon. I prefer Etsy these days because those are my people. They have a great culture and they appreciate and love American, other country tradespeople. They love them. These people are salt of the earth Americans, if you ask me, if not salt of the earth any other country of their wherever their geography is. They appreciate craftspeople. They appreciate and they give you the time and the appreciation and the love that you deserve if you're a hard worker and you make your own things by hand. Try it. If you're good at doing something, get on Etsy. Etsy is a fantastic company, and I was able to walk away from Pipe Fitting World, where I was a sales manager, and it was a very unforgiving job. I was dealing with people that were tough people. They're hardworking, mechanical contractors, all the different contractors and stuff, and I sold them pipe, valves, and fittings. And they're a tough-nosed crowd. Etsy crowd, not so tough when it comes to that. They're thankful. They really appreciate and love people that work hard in America and make something with their hands. I love it. I've been doing it for 8 years, and it's like I'm retired. I'm 53. Well, I turn 53 soon. I'm 52. So let's get back to this. This is going to be a custom, if you want to call it, AOK, Ace on Knives, knife when I'm done with it. I'm going the easy route because I can't make the blade. I don't have a forge. I do have an understanding of metallurgy and stuff like that because I was a Pittsburgh steelworker for a few years back when I lived in West Virginia. That was a long time ago, back 2000, I think 2000 to 2003, and then I worked in a mill in West Virginia doing something else. So this has got a little hollow grind on it. I mean, if this is cold steel, it's probably heat treated well. I don't know what kind of steel it is. But what I'm going to do now that I have these ugly grips, which were comfortable in hand, and there's a place for rubber, plastic, polyethylene grips, stuff like that, FRN, go down the line. There's a place for them because they are comfortable and they do work, and it had a hold of this knife. So I don't think I could have, without a reciprocating saw, taken the grips off this knife. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make, with black walnut, scales for this. And I say scales, a handle, grip, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to use a nice piece of hardwood, black walnut. Black walnut's my favorite wood to use whenever I do use new wood or live edge wood, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to put it on this. And I'm going to make a cool handle. It's not going to be crazy. I'm not going to do some funky, stupid sword handle. I'm going to make a very practical chopping handle. I'm going to be able to put this back in the sheath it came in with that handle sticking out, maybe even put my logo on it, and I am going to take it camping. I'm going to take it hunting. I'm going to take it whatever the heck I want to do. I don't really hunt much these days, but sounds good. So I want you to check out my next video on this particular project. And if you were curious when you bought this, no, the metal doesn't stop here. It doesn't stop here. It goes down to the bottom of your hand. I'm impressed. I really was not expecting that to be a full tang knife. And I don't know if maybe that's considered a full tang just because it goes fully, but it does, obviously get machined down a little bit smaller at the bottom. But this is something I'm going to be able to work with. And I might even have to put some kind of cool pin in this, right through that hole right there. I'm excited. I cannot wait to share this with you. And I hope you stick with me on the next video. Like and subscribe. Give me a chance. I just want to make cool stuff. I want you to see cool stuff, and I want to talk about cool stuff. And I want to stick around on YouTube, and I want to be here for you, and I want to be here for me. Thanks.